Okay, everybody, let's talk about preparing for CIPP US. My name is Tony Vellini. Why take this test? Why get this certification? Data privacy is a growing area of law. For privacy attorneys, obtaining CIPP is really becoming the norm to show employers and clients that you have a basic foundation. So it may help your resume. The ABA has approved a new privacy law specialty if that's something you want to read about. Certainly the CIPP US combined with Europe would look really good on a resume. Now I have another YouTube video on preparing for ISACA's Cybersecurity Fundamentals cert. And then my final note here is that my law students at DePaul could consider my formula, ambitious formula, of obtaining CIPP US and Europe, plus the Cybersecurity Fundamentals, plus some of our computing schools tech classes, IT classes, plus some of our law courses focusing on tech. It's an ambitious goal. Maybe some students will do some of these things, but not all. What's a passing score? I found this website. I don't know if I could trust it because it's not from the official source, but it basically it looks like 60% is a passing score. Again, I don't know if this is true. I was also thinking that as demand for this cert increases, maybe you'll see the minimum score increase. Who knows? Now I noticed from IAPP's website they could change their threshold for passing at any time, and so there's some text there that you could look at that shows that they have that ability. So how to prepare? Well, if you're a DePaul student, you could take my online data privacy law course, and this would reduce your studying time. And I may create a CLE version of this course in the near future. For many of you watching, your first step might be to review the IAPP's body of knowledge for the test, and then review the IAPP's exam blueprint, which tells you how many questions are tested in for each topic. Number 4, get some books. Maybe look for used books. Maybe share some books. Number 5, buy IAPP's sample questions for the US cert. And number 6, do some Quizlets. So, okay, again, if take my course at DePaul. If you're a DePaul student, I cover many of the topics, but not all. I've seen commercial prep courses selling for a lot of money. I may create a CLE version of my course in the near future. If you do take my course, you will still want to study because I don't cover every topic. Now, side note, because I'm pursuing my master's in cybersecurity, I'm able to inject some good tech education into my course that's relevant to legal principles. Okay, number 2, or for many of you this will be your first step, review IAPP's body of knowledge. So I have a partial screenshot below that just lists out all of the topics, and so the body of knowledge document I think is roughly 3 pages and spells out all of the topics. As you prepare, make sure to create notes, flashcards, regarding various body of knowledge and exam blueprint items. The CIPP has some questions on some very basic legal concepts. So those areas, if you're a lawyer or law student, you know, some of these questions should be very easy for you. I was surprised when I was studying for the test. There were some sample questions about what a common law system is, and I missed some of these. I think this was just a wording issue for me. Otherwise, I'm really a dope. Okay, so IAPP's exam blueprint, again, it gives you a breakdown of how many questions you could expect in each area. And this is also a roughly 3-page document of types of questions. Number 4, get some books. So I have a screenshot of the official CIPP US book. You might want to sign up for an IAPP membership to get the discounted pricing. The official book, I had a prior edition of the official book, and I appreciated the succinct coverage of many topics. Now, as a side note, for my privacy law course that I teach, I chose a different book that went into more depth on some legal topics, but second bullet, this book has good succinct coverage of CIPP US topics, so you may find it useful for preparation. I will check out this newest edition of the official book and see if I might want to integrate it into my course. And again, another side note, I happen to like the depth of Jeff Kosif's book, Cybersecurity Law. on various legal topics. So more on books. When I was studying, I thought this John Watts book was okay. It has some sample questions in it, and it wasn't too expensive. And make sure to buy the most recent edition if you want to buy this. And again, I bought mine used. Now, from IAPP, I found this Privacy Law Fundamentals 2017 book fairly helpful. It provides quick references to statutes with some brief case snippets. So when I wanted to learn more about a topic, I would refer to this book. And of course, look out for any newer edition. I'm sure IAPP's website will provide the newest edition if a new one comes out after this recording. Step 5, buy IAPP's sample questions for CIPP US. And so you can purchase 30 sample questions with explanations. And I think this is worthwhile because you will probably see some test questions similar or identical to some of these sample questions. Again, if this is a roughly 90 question test and you have 30 sample questions, I think that would give you an edge to see IAPP's sample questions. Finally, number 6, Quizlets. If you Google search Quizlets CIPP US, you get access to sample test questions and flashcards. This is material that just folks out in the world put onto this website. It's not an official source, but I found it helpful. Now, when you finish a Quizlet, review your answers and then click Create New Test at the bottom of the page, and it will generate additional sample test questions for you to look at. So with Quizlets, I found the Quizlets helpful when I was on the train or waiting for the dentist, in my downtime. And I could do these Quizlets on my smartphone, which was pretty convenient. Set a goal for myself of do a Quizlet, every day or two. Some questions were better than others, but hey, this is a free source to sort of reinforce concepts, so it seemed worthwhile to me. And of course, here's the recap of everything we talked about. One question to think about: should I pursue CIPP US first or the European? And this seems like a debatable point. I happen to do the US cert first. I just figured I'd do this before learning another legal system, but in retrospect, the US cert covered so many areas of US law that perhaps some folks might feel that the European cert is more manageable because it's more limited in scope. CIPP Europe is basically the GDPR plus some EU structure and history. So given that EU's GDPR went into effect spring 2018, some folks may consider this hotter in the job market. I think that's probably true as of this recording. So you'll have to decide which one you want to tackle first, and I don't think there's any right or wrong answer on that. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and good luck if you choose to pursue this cert.